it should not just be them sitting and listening to me. It's not a lecture. You need to remember. That's why in universities, what we receive are lectures. But in primary school and secondary school, we don't call them lectures, do we? So it means the child I have to engage the child. And that's where kinesthetic comes in. The child has to touch it. And when you talk about tactile, that's the feeling. And that's why most time kinesthetic and tactile goes hand in hand. Because if I'm touching it, then it also means I'm feeling it. And it can be as simple as not even using any object. When you're talking about tactile, just like writing on your hands or your palms. Can you try writing on your palms? Just write anything on your palms. Just try. Yeah, drop the pen for a while. No, write. No, not with a pen. Use your index finger and just write. Okay. Can you feel? And that helps. As we get deeper in talking about kids who struggle with learning difficulties, you see that something as simple as that can help. So, when we talk about kinesthetic, I think some of you have the letter tiles on your table. Does everybody have? Or just, okay. So, engage with them, pick them there for you, pick the letter tiles. So, of course, now, when you have these letter tiles, you can use them for teaching. And I'm focusing more on letters because, of course, we're looking at learning difficulties. Now we're looking at learning difficulties. The ones that teachers complain about the most is dyslexia, which has to do with reading. It's so important that for children who have learning difficulties, dyslexia, you make it in such a way that it is not only visual, but it's also tactile. So now just cut like this size from your cardboard paper. Everybody has a scissor, just cut like this size. Okay, you want to draw? Yeah, you must not follow, just use your imagination and just cut that kind of size. So now for those of you who have sand on your table, use it with your glue. Use that sand to create anything that you feel your child can feel. So for instance, if I was using it, I would do maybe letter A. I'll draw a letter A. I'll pour my glue on it. I'll pour sand so that it will dry up. So that when my child writes, they can feel it. Just the same effect it's having on that sand shape. You can feel it. Now, of course, you don't need to go through all of this first. If you can buy the glitter, shiny paper, because that one actually comes as raw already. So that saves you time. But like I said, I'm trying to use things that you can find in your environment. Remember, I want to make it tactile. This back end is happening. Wow, beautiful. So, and I really love it because somebody is even drawing an animal. So, for instance, you're teaching an animal that the kids don't see regularly. So apart from just seeing it, they can feel it. I love this. Wow, you're such an amazing artist. Is that cockroach? Or mosquito? Grasshopper, wow. For instance, because children these days, I can't remember the last time they saw a grasshopper. So imagine not just showing them, but making them feel it. Okay. And we have a bowl here. We have X, we have G. Let me try, what's this one? Okay. Is that a goalpost? Some teachers are taking this thing to another level. Great. See, and when you're teaching children with learning difficulties, don't assume. I'll tell you a story of this child I taught, because some of them don't only have writing issues. They may also have comprehension issues. And this child's comprehension issue was so severe, we didn't even realize it. He can read, he didn't even have a problem with reading. So when we say, okay, what did you read about? As we started asking those questions, we realized that something as simple as a plant, that child didn't know. How about soil? He didn't know what was soil, but he could read the word. So we now have to take him out, okay, this is soil, this is this animal. So don't think that every child just knows. Some children, if you don't teach them, they will never know. So when you have kids like that in your class, it's very important. I love this. See, a cat. You'll be surprised. You might meet a child with learning difficulties. They'll tell you they don't know what a cat is. Okay, is that a cat? I love this. And you also know that you can do this activity also with your children. Maybe after teaching them, you can say, let's use this sand with glue and create something. Right now, I feel like we are cooking, because the way some ladies are just sprinkling it like salt. That's a tree. Beautiful. Good. So for this, you can use it for yourself. So the thing here is just for you to be creative. So you can use it for yourself. You can even tell your kids, aside from drawing a tree, how about creating something like this? Maybe you're teaching them about a particular tree. Very important. I've been looking for, letter Q. Is this letter Q? Okay. Okay. We have very creative people here. So take your creativity to your classroom. Take it to your classroom. And believe me, for some of you, if you've been experiencing boring classes, in fact, kids that you might even think are dyslexic, by the time you make your teaching approach multi-sensory, you realize that they really don't have any special need. It was just a teaching problem. And like we always love to say, dyslexia is not a learning problem, it's more of a teaching problem. So if you teach that individual, that child, right, they will get it. So now you have the Play-Doh. The last thing we'll do, discuss on your table. This Play-Doh, what's our objective? Play-Doh, you can use it to create anything, like pap. Yes. So the question is, what is your subject? What is your topic? Why are your kids doing that activity? So 5 minutes. Your time starts now. Let me set my alarm. So work as a team.
What are you trying to do? What subject are you teaching? That's your student. Can basic science. Yeah. Object.
Social science for the lower class. And kitchen utensils. It is mortar. It is used for pounding of yam, pepper, onion, ginger, water.
Awesome! So instead of just showing your kids pictures, you're telling them with this Play-Doh. You know, back then we used to use clay soil. You know, so if you have access to clay soil, please still continue. But this is more cleaner, so the kids don't go home dirty. So you can give them the Play-Doh and say, create a kitchen utensil. And you see them excited. So they are learning that same thing, but they are learning a different way. And you know that in exams, it will be hard for them to forget the subject because they remember what they created. So for those of you who have kids that keep forgetting the subject she mentioned, when you say mention 5 kitchen utensils, they can't remember. Maybe you should make them create it, you know, so that they can remember. Thank you, group A. Okay, who's the speaker for table C? Alright, so over to you.
Wow. People like food.
So, like you are teaching basic science, and the topic is kitchen utensils. So, trying to let our students to know spoon and a plate, and of course little snacks inside.
Great job! Well done. Okay, over to D. Okay, who's speaking for this table? Wow, I'm interested in knowing.
This is under basic science. This is a butterfly. We're trying to perfect it. And under math, I'm trying to design the formula for the area of a circle pi r squared, though it's still on the way. Yes.
If I was taught math this way, I would have loved math. Thank you, that's excellent. I'm sure you see, and we all went through math class, but we don't even remember that. But I guess we were taught that way.
Okay, we are trying to see if the children can learn some of the white animals. So I don't know if you can. The leg are just falling out. But I'm trying to construct elephants. So that is it.
And you know, that's so important. Because when you talk about a word like elephant, most times kids with dyslexia can spell a word like elephant because they have a graphic picture of it. But we have a problem spelling two-letter word like IS because when you say is, they really can't picture it. But with an elephant, they can picture it, so that becomes easier. So take us further, please. Let's welcome Miss Mary as we get into this graphia. Round of applause.
Hello. Hello. I can see that everyone is